Imagine waking up tomorrow, checking your bank app, and boom, finding exactly $1 million just sitting there. You're a driven young professional, you're working super hard, climbing that corporate ladder, and $1 million probably sounds like the absolute ultimate finish line, right? Literally life-changing. Well, as we dive into this explainer today, I'm going to put on my mentor hat for a second and drop a bit of a reality check. Okay, let's dive into this. It is a shocking but completely true fact that a massive percentage of lottery winners actually end up totally broke within just a few years of their windfall. I mean, how is that even possible when they're handed so much cash? Well, it's because making money and managing money, they are two entirely different skills. So, welcome to our session. I am absolutely thrilled to be your guide through this material today because, honestly, this explainer is going to serve as your ultimate playbook. We are going to master the mechanics of wealth and learn the actual rules of money that, frankly, they never bothered to teach us in school. Because here's the secret. Your financial success isn't determined by how much you earn. It is entirely determined by how much you understand. All right, here's our roadmap for today's session. We'll kick things off with the rules of money. Then we'll break down income versus true wealth. After that, we'll cover mastering your cash flow, identifying assets versus liabilities, defending your money, and we'll wrap up with the magic of investing. This structured roadmap is going to completely demystify wealth building so you can take total control of your financial future.
Section 1, the rules of money and how it's all about decisions.
Listen, as a young professional, you've got to understand right now that money is not emotional. It doesn't care about your background, and it definitely doesn't care how stressful your day was. It simply follows the choices you make every single day. Think about it. Every day you're making financial decisions. Some are tiny, like buying that $6 artisan coffee, ordering takeout again, or grabbing the newest gadget. But others are massive life milestones, right? Choosing your career path, taking out a hefty student loan, or buying a house. And here's the thing. Every single one of these decisions either moves you a little closer to financial freedom or it pushes you further away. Small, daily choices and big life decisions, they compound over time. The daily habits you're building right this second, they will inevitably become your financial reality down the road.
Section 2, income versus true wealth and breaking the illusion.
So, there's this huge misconception I see all the time, especially among high-earning young professionals. You land that first big promotion, and you think a huge paycheck automatically means you've made it, and you're rich. And this brilliantly illustrates the reality. Consider these two people. On the left, we've got someone earning a massive salary, but they spend every single dime they make just to maintain a really flashy lifestyle. On the right, we have someone earning a totally average income, but they are consistently saving and investing. Fast forward 10 years, who do you think is actually wealthier? 9 times out of 10, it's the person on the right. Income is literally just money coming in. True wealth, that's what remains after your expenses and what continues growing over time. The goal isn't just to earn more money, the goal is keeping it and multiplying it.
Section 3, mastering your cash flow with the water analogy.
To really build that true wealth we were just talking about, you have to understand how money physically moves through your life on a month-to-month basis. Let's cut through all the boring financial jargon for a second. Cash flow is simply the absolute necessity for your income coming in to be greater than your expenses going out. That's it. But when people ignore their cash flow, they fall into an incredibly dangerous trap. No matter how much their salary goes up, they are always running out of money before the end of the month. Wealthy individuals pay extremely close attention to where every single dollar goes. Why? Because controlling your cash flow is the absolute prerequisite to controlling your future.
I absolutely love this simple philosophy. Think of money like water. It flows, it comes in, and it goes out. If more water is constantly leaving your tank than entering it, eventually your tank is going to run completely empty. There's no way around it. As you navigate your career and start making real money, you have to ensure you are filling your tank way faster than you are draining it.
Section 4, assets versus liabilities. This is the turning point.
This right here is the critical distinction that wealthy people intimately understand. Grasping this one concept is the single difference that creates entirely different financial futures for two people who might otherwise look identical on a spreadsheet. So the crucial point is really this simple, but it changes everything. Assets generally put money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out. The really hard truth is that everyday people spend years, literally decades, working their tails off just to collect liabilities. We're talking expensive cars, massive mortgages on oversized houses, designer clothes, all while scratching their heads wondering why they aren't getting ahead. The wealthy, on the other hand, spend their years acquiring assets.
So, what do real assets actually look like?
Well, they look like income-generating businesses. They are investments, like stocks or real estate, that actually appreciate in value over time. And hey, do not forget this one, especially for you young professionals right now. Skills that increase your earning power are also incredibly valuable assets. You want to laser focus your time and energy on acquiring these things, rather than making expensive purchases that require constant monthly payments and just drain your hard-earned resources.
Section 5. Defending your money against emergencies and inflation.
Okay, building wealth and acquiring assets is amazing, but let's be real, life is unpredictable. We have to play a little defense against the harsh realities of adult life to protect what we've built. Cars break down, jobs disappear, unexpected medical expenses just show up completely out of nowhere. Now, financial emergencies are always stressful, sure, but they only become devastating when you have zero savings. An emergency fund is so much more than just a pile of cash sitting in a bank account. It is pure peace of mind. It's breathing room. It gives you the ability to solve a major problem without totally panicking. True financial security doesn't begin when you hit $1 million. It begins with preparation, right here, right now.
And part of playing defense is protecting yourself against the invisible enemy of wealth, inflation. Inflation is basically what happens when prices rise all around us, causing the actual purchasing power of your money to fall over time. Imagine diligently saving your cash for years, doing everything right, only to discover that it buys less and less of what you actually need. This is exactly why simply storing your money under a mattress or even just leaving it in a basic low-yield savings account is simply not enough. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is seeing exactly how that purchasing power steadily decreases over those distinct periods of time. That right there is the invisible enemy at work. If your money isn't actively growing to keep pace with the changing world, inflation is just quietly eroding its value day by day. Think about it. Standing still financially actually means you're moving backwards. Section 6. The magic of investing and planting the seed. All right, this is where we transition from playing defense to playing offense and putting your hard-earned money to work for you. Let's get one thing straight. Investing is not gambling. It's a process. Step 1, you plant a single seed. Step 2, you nurture it as the years pass. Step 3, eventually that tiny seed becomes a massive tree producing thousands of new seeds of its own. Your money generates returns, and then, here's the magic, those returns generate additional returns. Let's move to and see how this builds, because this is the exact mechanic of compound growth. This is where your money finally starts doing the heavy lifting for you.
And honestly, here is the absolute most encouraging news for you right now. The most powerful ingredient in this entire wealth-building process, it isn't having some genius-level intellect. It isn't having an inside scoop on Wall Street. It's just time. Over long periods, small, consistent amounts grow into absolutely extraordinary sums. Starting early, right now, at this exact stage in your career, gives you the absolute ultimate advantage in building lasting generational wealth. So, as we wrap up our mentoring session today, I want to leave you with one final, kind of provocative question to chew on. Out of all of the stocks, all of the real estate, all of the businesses, and all the fancy accounts out there, what is your absolute greatest investment? It's learning how money actually works. Money doesn't care where you were born. It doesn't care who your parents are, and it doesn't care about your background. It strictly rewards understanding. So master your cash flow. Know the absolute difference between having a high income and having true wealth. Build your assets, prepare for the unexpected storms, and respect the power of inflation. Look, financial freedom rarely happens overnight. It is built decision by decision, day by day. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Keep learning, start planting those financial seeds today, and go take absolute control of your financial destiny.